listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com, for April the 23rd. And it's Animal Wednesday. We're all here to talk about the weirdest animal you've probably never heard of. It's Andy, Jenn, and Sam. My name is Janelle. Here we are.
Actually, these are normal animals. Tigers, zebras,
All right.
crocodiles, monkeys.
Oh, my.
Sounds like a zoo.
Well, it is of sorts. It's in a South Dakota museum. Wait a minute, Sam. We've been here.
Have we?
The Great Plains Zoo in Sioux Falls.
Oh crap, we have.
This could explain a lot of our health issues, Sam.
Yep, it could. Well, I remember going there and feeling kind of gross.
Well, this is why. Okay, so and I remember checking this out with the kids back in the day. So it's a zoo, but they also have an indoor part with taxidermied animals. And I actually remember thinking it smelled a little strong of formaldehyde.
Wait.
Wait, yeah.
Mister who wanted to go to the museums with the smellscape things?
Yeah, well.
You were having a problem with it?
I wasn't having a problem. I'm not saying.
There's a difference between smelling sweet scents and death.
You were talking about mummies. What do you mean?
Fair enough. You win.
Yay.
So the Delbridge Museum of Natural History, which you're seeing right there, at the Great Plains Zoo in Sioux Falls, which Sam and I have both been to and have taken our kids to multiple times, was closed in August 2023 after testing showed potentially hazardous levels of arsenic.
Gosh.
Presented in 80% of the specimens of the collection.
Oh, no.
Wow.
How did this get discovered? Who shut this thing down?
That's a good question.
And how do you, I thought arsenic wasn't airborne. I guess I didn't know arsenic was airborne. Because arsenic isn't that what's in apple seeds and stuff?
Cherries.
Yeah, and the cherry pits. We talked about that before, how I could have died.
Andy ate a whole bunch of cherry pits and didn't die.
Well, and what if I didn't die because of my exposure to arsenic years ago in Sioux Falls?
Then you owe them your life.
This explains a lot, really. It does.
Because that would have been
actually a walking mummy.
That would have been 10 plus years before I swallowed all those cherry pits. They don't explain in the article why they decided to test for arsenic.
Probably a mommy blogger. You know,
some kid probably got loose and started licking the taxidermy animals. Got sick.
Yeesh.
Stop licking the elephant, honey.
Yeah, that's too bad. There's no explanation. Do we need to email here? I don't know. Do we need to dig deeper? But apparently, here's the good news. Apparently, I don't know how they figured this out, but so they decided they can't all stay here. It was and this collection used to be at a hardware store in Sioux Falls.
What?
A guy.
That is the most Sioux Falls thing I've ever heard.
Listen,
and that's why it got shut down.
Sioux Falls.
That's where the arsenic came from.
Well, you have to think about it. Sioux Falls has always been like the little redheaded stepchild in South Dakota because, Rapid City, Wall Drug, all this stuff, the pretty stuff of South Dakota is all in the west part, 5+ hours away. Sioux Falls really doesn't have anything. So this guy, starting in the 1940s, started putting these in his hardware store, apparently.
Where is he getting them?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Is he trading hammers and wrenches and stuff?
117 different specimens.
Where?
No, more than that. 152.
So, where did he put the tools?
And how did he have the space? I mean, it looks like a fairly large elephant.
You've never been to Sioux Falls. There's a lot of space.
Yeah.
There's no trees.
There's a lot of nothing in Sioux Falls.
Okay, well, you're right. I've never been there.
It's kind of like the Great Plains of Kansas.
Actually, didn't we go to some concert there?
Yeah, you went to Life Flight in Sioux Falls. Yeah, and that was in a giant field.
Mm-hmm.
No trees.
Yeah. Surrounded by more fields.
Yeah, exactly.
But did you go to Nick's Euros?
No.
It's too bad.
Oh, it is delicious.
I don't think they've confirmed if there's any arsenic in the gyros. That would be too bad.
Well,
but again, that would
we
also
would have consumed a lot.
which would mean that's why I'm immune. So if you want to see them, apparently most of them are going to the University of Notre Dame Museum of Biodiversity. So I guess they have a way of getting rid of the arsenic.
Just giving them baths. It's a giant elephant.
And so are they going to come back to Sioux Falls?
No, they're gone. And people
gone.
in Sioux Falls are sad.
I say so. This is what put them on the map. And now all of a sudden, nobody has a reason to go there.
Sioux Falls is named because there are falls in Sioux
That's
Falls.
true. There are falls. It's beautiful. But one of the council members of the Sioux Falls City Council says, with as much memory and as much legacy as I think is really wrapped up into this collection and the story of being in Sioux Falls, I think the right place for it is with these other institutions that are going to care for it, that are going to give it a long-term life.
Well, I know what they say. An elephant never forgets.
And that's the Nugget. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com. If you are a Sioux Falls listener, let us know. Let us know about how Sioux Falls is going. They now have a Costco. So
if you remember Andy from KNWC,
years ago, or delivering you pizzas when I delivered for Pizza Inn after my afternoon shift at KNWC. I did both.